All right, so what you're looking at right here, um, you're looking at this run, right? I wanna go into this run computer just went on. Now, to start it off, we start the game off computer. We score, computer scores twice. It's still the first quarter, still early in the game. Computer scored two times in a row, and then I'm the Nuggets, right? So I go on a beastie run on them, right? I go on a beastie run, scoring seven times in a row on them. They couldn't get anything off, right? Couldn't do nothing with me, right? So ending that run, we ended it 16-3, right? So now, and I'm going to show the footage of this actual run and how it transpired, or I'm gonna probably show two or three clips, right? So they start to score again, and we go on another run, 3 points, three buckets in a row. And they come back and they go on a run, scoring four times back to back. And when they went on that run, it was so clear to me, it was so obvious that the algorithm was working the boards, right? The algorithm was working the boards in such a way where they were going to get off regardless, and I was not allowed to score regardless of if I was beating them to the basket and they were getting there late. None of that mattered. I was not being allowed to get a bucket. And I'm going to show you probably two instances, right? Just two instances, but I might go through the whole thing. But let's get into it. All right, so I ain't gonna cover the whole thing, but we're gonna start right here, right? We're gonna start right here just to give a taste of of a lot of the mind fuckery and the mind bending that's going on for computer during this run, right? During this little stretch right here. So my guy right here, he gets the ball, and I know what time it is. I see him, so I'm like, okay, I'm finna hammer that shit, right? I'm finna humiliate it. I'm finna destroy it. He's about a 6 foot something small point guard. I just gotta step in and cut it off and block it, right? Easy shit. Now watch what happens right here. All right, here's how they pave the way, how they park the court for a computer in order for them to get the bucket. You know, they keep your teammates or your players and you at bay sometimes, right? So you look at this right here. Now, what would you notice, right? So when I decide to try to turn to cut him off, you see that one moment right there where it's like my man, when I try to move in on him, try to move in on him, it's like I run into something that causes me to stop, what I refer to as that force field, the invisible barrier, right? So I turn, boom, and I'm forced to stop and kind of jerk back the other way, and then I'm allowed to proceed to continue to try to block the shot, right? Now, what happens if it's not for that extra hesitation right there? Is look how close it actually gets. If it's not for that extra hesitation, more than likely, that's either a block or I could get him to actually miss the shot. More than likely. All right, now let's continue going up. See, they like to hold your teammates back. Now, here's the part right here that I found the most, the little stretch right here that I found the most appalling out of everything. Let's get into it. So I come up with him, and I do what I always do with this player right here. He got a great dunking ability, right? And he comes down, and he tricks this dunk because I guess they're trying to say, well, the defense was there. But even when you look at it, you can tell that this is it's a triggered result. It's not based upon whether or not, you know, he actually slipped or lost the ball or really blew the dunk, because as you can see, he didn't hit the rim, right? That just bounced off of thin air and didn't go into the net, right? Am I lying or what? Right? That goes, it gets to the rim, but he was throwing it down, right? It's like it hovers above the net. But continuing on, if you think, you know, I'm just jerking you around, watch what happens, right? Computer, you get that putback, right? So this dude comes out of the fucking woodworks, he just snatches a putback, right? Now, watch this, I'm gonna tell you going. I come down again, was this the dunk? Yeah, I come down again, I try to get another dunk. I bully the defense, get the defense out the way. I try to go for another dunk. Hold on. Shit, man. Right, all right. So I try to go for another dunk, And look what happens here. My whole hand goes through the ball, right? So once again, they're forcing me to miss these shots. They're forcing my player because what? Computer is their time to go on a run. This is what the algorithm does in 2K. It intervenes and it controls the flow of the game. It dictates what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, right? So even though I was killing them, I scored on them 7 times in a row. They scored. I went on another run, scoring 3 times in a row. They come back going a 4th scoring run, right? Well, we don't get no buckets, and you're seeing exactly why that is. Look at this. This is only 2 situations right here where I was not allowed to score. Now here is the grand finale, right? Let's look at this. Here's how you know what the algorithm was doing. It was just more geared towards computer favor, because watch what computer is allowed to do right here. Is this the correct play? Yes. Now he's got all kind of defense on it. Now you know what's about to happen, right? You do know what's about to happen, right? Watch this. He's got all kind of defense on him. My man, he nearly blocks that. But computer, boom, he's allowed to just slam it right down. Right? All on 2 defenders. Look at it at regular speed. 2 defenders. Boom. Right on everybody's face. Just slams it right down like it's nothing. Right? Now it just shows you 2 situations where I have 2 elite dunkers trying to punch on guys that's smaller than them. And they beat the man to the rim. They didn't do anything. It's really nothing that they did about it. What they're trying to say is that the dunk was thrown off because of the defense, right? But he's allowed to pull this one down. Now he might have great dunking, great standing dunk ability. Who knows? But I'm gonna check it out just to really, dig into it even more. But look at this. He almost blocks that, and he punches on 2 guys. He even got fouled. Right? Because look, my man's hand goes right through his arm. So he did that through a foul, through another defender, the whole thing, man. He just humiliated both defenders. Right? And once again, when I talked about the first dunk where the ball would not go into the rim and it just hit the back of the rim instead, that's exactly what you're looking at right here. Except in this situation, the ball was allowed to drop through. Right? These are the games that they're playing with you. Right, the dunk after that, his hand goes through the ball because he had an easy dunk, right? So what else do? You just make his hand, you just make the ball go totally intangible, invincible, right? You just go right through it, no problem, all right? But I could have touched on the other parts of the video. I just thought this was more pertinent, so I went with this. But anyway, peace.